never took a chance, I never made a stand. I wouldn't be happy living by the ocean.
Alright, what's up guys? It is Sidnie from the Kaya and you are watching Bridging the Gap, our weekly interview series. I am chilling here on Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina with Michael Eakins.
What's up, guys?
What's up, what's up? How are you doing?
Doing great. How are you? Thanks for having me out.
I'm good. No, thank you. Really stoked because I know a lot of the Kaya fam probably recognizes you from good old Elephant Convoy.
Oh, love the Kaya family.
Yes, yes. So I'm super stoked to get to talk to you about not only that, but your solo, music stuff that you got a show tonight at Palm Room, which is why we're at this lovely destination. This is the first beach interview we've been able to do.
Oh,
so
awesome.
I couldn't have, had a more perfect, first beach go.
Very humbled.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead. Let's just start talking about the beach, just because it's our home. This is where we like to be. I know the water's probably a big inspiration for you. What do you kind of do on your off time? You spend a lot of time here?
Well, yeah. I surf a lot here at Wrightsville Beach. I grew up here in Wilmington, Wrightsville Beach area. And,
yeah.
So the beach is a very special place to me. But in my off time, definitely like to do a lot of surfing, a lot of fishing, a lot of hiking, exploring. Anything to do with the water, kayaking, I love it. Or just anything to do with nature, just to connect back to your roots and stuff.
Absolutely. I think North Carolina is kind of the perfect place for that, because you can come here to the beach, drive a little bit, head to the mountains, kind of escape for a little bit.
It has everything.
It's a little bit of everything,
My
sprinkled
favorite
around.
State, for sure.
It's definitely a really wonderful community, not only for like the reggae scene, but just like local musicians in general. I know you've done your time, playing shows around town, and a lot of people have kind of been able to learn about you and learn about Convoy, because Convoy plays down here the Palm Room a lot too.
Oh yeah, favorite hometown venue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's really good to have such a great representation of what this good whole city is about, especially post hurricanes and different things like that. So I know we've kind of all been coming together to try to rebuild, and I think through music is a great avenue to do those.
Yes, all about community.
It's one of those things where music is through the soul, so I feel like, it kind of is immersed into your entire life. Whether you're playing music or you're surfing, there's still just like that rhythm, especially the rhythm of the ocean.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So let's talk about your introduction into music, where you came from and how you got to where you are today.
Oh gosh, okay. Well, I can take it back to once as a yee boy. I'm just kidding.
It's a young lad.
When I was about 10 years old, I remember seeing this guitar in a magazine, and I just begged my dad. I was like, "Please, Dad, please." And then Christmas Day, there's the guitar there under that tree.
Santa came through.
Changed my life forever. And I remember going to that first concert ever was a Toby Keith concert, right?
Okay.
Like big old country concert, and it was awesome. I loved his backstory, how he was also like a quarterback back in high school, just kind of like I was. And but as I grew older, I kind of drifted away from that style of music. And I remember, I think I was about 16 years old was when I bought my first concert ticket, and it was to go to a local venue here in town called Greenfield Lake. And which we recently just had the pleasure of playing.
I was about to say, you were up there with opening for Collie.
That was my first show, actually, seeing reggae live, which kind of changed my life. And I dove into reggae music and kind of adapted to that lifestyle. And this new music that I have coming out is kind of about getting back to my roots. And so that's like, that's kind of my story right now.
Yeah, kind of taking it full circle.
Yeah.
And I like, just because like the versatility of, the genres that we have is, you can take certain elements from country, you can take elements from reggae, you can take elements from rock, from singer-songwriter, there's just a whole spectrum of things that I think it's good, that you've been able to kind of find your way and maneuver, through that journey. And we're kind of coming back around, to where you're, doing some solo shows and just really kind of just pushing, back to, like you said, like your roots. So talk about, like your solo stuff and how like you've been able to kind of evolve, as an artist, through, I guess self-discovery, because as a solo artist, I imagine it's a little different,
Yeah, it is a little bit different. I mean, well, I owe a lot to like my mentors and the people that have taken me in over the years and taught me the ways, but couldn't have done it without them, and they know who they are.
Yeah, they're watching this. They're watching. That warm, tingly feeling inside.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a solo artist, it's a lot different. You don't have a full band with you to kind of write things together. It is like a self-discovery mode. You're like learning about yourself through the music, almost like I don't know. It's like a road to self-discovery.
Yeah,
almost.
it is.
It's kind of hard to really put a finger on it, but it's definitely a journey, and I wouldn't change it for anything, because sometimes some of these songs that I think are some of my solo songs, like I'll come over and share them with the boys, and they're like, "Oh, dude, yes!" And then
Like, that's the one.
and then some of them are just like don't really come out as reggae songs, and some of them are kind of like a hip hop kind of folk feel, or like a rock feel, or I don't know, just whatever, the way it comes out, it just comes out.
Yeah, you kind of get to be able to, experiment with different, dynamics of, music, which is fun because you get to learn so much, especially, and that's what, being in a band and like having that collaborative, energy. I think that is,
so much.
It's incredibly powerful, and, everyone in the crowd, feels that too. But I feel like solo artists, it's a different energy, but it's the same, power behind it. Just because it's almost, it's pretty vulnerable to kind of just put all your thoughts and all, everything that your body is composed of, blood, sweat, and tears into, creating the song and then showing it to people. like, here I am.
It's like, here you go.
Yeah. So it's like kind of like going up on stage and like reading your personal diary, I think,
It pretty much is.
Yeah.
It's like, here's a storybook of my life.
Yeah, right. Let's start chapter 1.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite places to write music?
Oof. Well, the world is my sanctuary. Well, really, I get inspired just like throughout being in nature, whether it's like I said, hiking or surfing or swimming or walks or being around, like going to a cool concert. But really, like my room is my little sanctuary. It's like where I record, where I write, and that's really my spot. I mean, I can be inspired by just about anything, or just like life scenarios, things that happen to you in life, and you can just reflect and look back on them, and you're like, wow, like that really moved me in some kind of way. To be able to capture that feeling and to put that in a song and to kind of just sit there and just hone it all in and put it into the right context is everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cool little timeline of your life too, because certain songs that you wrote 5-6 years ago, and to kind of put them side by side with the song you wrote yesterday, you know.
And sometimes even revisiting some of those old songs that you may have left or like put in your back pocket sort of, and to kind of give them like a new light or like a new breath of fresh air is like, whoa, maybe it's like this is the right time to bring this song back.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So they speak to you a little bit, and it's kind of something only you internally can understand, because the only way you can put it into words is to put it into a song. So, well, let's talk, your influences, musically growing up. Who's really kind of come, through, especially now, with the music that you're trying to go back to, that you're coming up with this next year?
Well, it's so diverse. Like I said, growing up, I listened to a lot of country music, and I kind of drifted away from that. But but recently, kind of stuff that is kind of inspiring to me is like, I'm a huge fan of music as a whole, but some artists that have been like on my playlist that I've been listening to a lot. Like John Butler Trio. John Butler is an amazing songwriter, musician, artist. Also, like, reggae rock scene has an influence on me. But I really do kind of like the like Odessa kind of feel, and Tycho. But also, I'm a big fan of like, let's see.
Yeah, you're gonna like.
I don't know. It's all over the
this,
place. It's
that.
like it's just kind of like a big melting pot almost of just a bunch of different artists. I don't really know how to.
Yeah, it's a vast world, when it comes to music, because you think about it.
It's like if it just feels good.
Yeah, every day
it's
you're listening to a song, one way or another, where it's you're walking through a store, there's songs playing. Like I feel like it's just such an integral part of everyone's kind of existence at this point.
Yeah.
And especially with today, people are able to, with the technology, kind of produce music out, as the song ideas are forming. Which hasn't always been a thing, so it just gives us so such a close connection to people because you can literally find a new song by a new artist every single day.
Yeah, by the push of a button.
Yeah, exactly. So you gotta, keep, the good ones on the radar, and you were definitely one that we were keeping on the radar because this is an exciting time. I think, you're able to kind of really flourish, and this is the perfect, venue to do that at.
Oh my gosh.
There's literally nothing that can beat, the ocean and, its beauty. And that's why I like your music, because I feel like whenever I hear it, I just imagine myself, if I'm not at the beach, that I'm at the beach,
Oh my gosh, you're make me tear up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just blushing a little bit. So let's talk this next year. What do we got coming up? What are the goals? What can we look forward to?
Next year, you can definitely expect some new Elephant Convoy music to come. And like I said, I also have a record I've been working on. Don't have any release dates yet. Nothing set in stone.
So that's stay tuned.
But there is music to come very soon. Just really working hard, trying to get it all honed in, making it sound good for you guys. So you guys are satisfied. I'm satisfied. Where it's visually pleasing, even like from the album art to the text to everything. I just want to present to you guys just a beautiful art piece. And
a whole experience, an artistic experience.
Yeah, any way I can get that out to you to fully just appreciate it, I'm going to. That's my goal.
It's so great just to have artists who are so just motivated and really care so much about their product and the whole vision. It's not just words on a page or notes on a guitar. It's a story. That is really you give your all, your heart and your soul, into it. So it's really, really awesome to see, and especially in this community, we love to support it, and we're going to continue. So we want everyone at the Kaya fam who's watching this right now, who may not already be following, what all social media can we get so we can stay up to date with you?
Well, we're on Instagram. I'm on Instagram at Michael Eakins, also at Elephant Convoy, Facebook as well. And those are really like my two main social media outlets.
They kinda,
I'm gonna update the Twitter
job
here
done.
soon. I'm gonna get it going, and
so we can look forward to
and
some
of course
Michael tweets.
on Spotify and iTunes, please follow us on there, and Apple Music and Google, Amazon, all
Likes,
the above.
subscribe,
YouTube.
follow.
Yeah, definitely the YouTube channel. Gonna add some new videos up there too.
That's awesome. Yeah, any support is great, and I know there's going to be tons and tons and tons of content to come. This next year is really bright. It's so exciting, especially for the reggae community, but the local Wilmington community as well, because it's growing and it's building and it's freaking awesome. And I'm stoked. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Yes,
that was awesome.
Dude. I hope that we'll get to talk to you guys again soon. We will definitely be around anytime you see them come to your area. Please go to a show. I promise you won't regret it. Peace and love. Kaya out.
Yeah.
Wish I could love you now, baby.